Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to round 2 for the quarter-finals where our 8 remaining players are battling it out in a best out of 3 to try and get through to the semi-finals. I had to think about that for a second, where then they can finally make it to the final games. And I'm using the word final far too many times in the last 2 videos. Quarter-final, semi-final, the finals. Yeah, there's a lot of finals in this. Well, you know who the players are. We'll skip straight to the map and then we'll get to the first round between Turin and Zardar. Coming in from the south of this map, you can see our armies would be deploying across the north and south facing side. Now, this is a very interesting valley sort of effect we got going here. Lots of raises and bumps and dips in the middle here. And then on either flank is thick trees. So you're guaranteed to get some vanguard. You're guaranteed to get some outflanking. Or you might even have a whole army deployed in there. You don't know with this map. Anything can go, I think. And oh, that was pretty. So yes, this will be a very interesting one to see if they march up the centre, if they use the trees, or try and gain the high ground in the middle. It's a lot of options for these players to take. Let's see how they do with round 2. Now with that out of the way, we can confirm that Turin will be using the Mighty Beastmen and Zardar will be using the Dark Elves. Now let's not forget, guys, that Turin won the first game and has won every game in this tournament so far. The only way Zardar can stay in this tournament is if he can beat the unbeatable. But we'll have to see how this goes. If not, if Turin wins this one, he is automatically through and they're done. But if Zardar can win this, he throws it back up in the air. Better on, guys. Do you think Zardar can do this? I don't know. Let's see what he brought. So yeah, he's not only is on a map that favours the Beastmen, and Turin playing as the Beastmen, he's outnumbered by the Beastmen by about 400 guys. Good luck, Zardar. So let's go over what he's got then. He's got a 4 units of Dread Spears spaced out of the front. Couple units of Blackguard Crusaders of Handbows, actually 3 units. We also have a Death Hug on the Blood Oters, I believe it is. So that should be fun, causing some rampaging beastmen. Got more Dread Spears on the flanks here, so he's expecting a lot of cavalry by the looks of it. And then a couple of Witch Elves at the back. We also have Malekith on his Mighty Dragon. And hidden over here, we have some Dark Riders hidden behind his own force. So he's expecting the beastmen to do sneaky shenanigans, and he sort of has. It's a very interesting, if you look at the map, very interesting deployment by Turin here in this V formation. Very nice there. So we have 3 units of Centaurs, all with throwing axes, yep. And then we've got 1 unit of Centaurs of great weapons, and 1 Chaos Warhounds of poison. We then have, I say a main line, we got 2 units of Besticle Herds, we have Harpies, Monitors of great weapons, a Cygor, always a good solid choice. Some Ungol Spearmen Herd just to give him some protection. And Madrigal the Dark Omen. Hidden in this flank, we also have more Centaurs with great weapons and another Chaos Warhounds with poison. Yeah, fantastic. So let's get the battle straight away underway. So this is to confirm either Turin is through to the semi-finals or Zardar is staying in the tournament for another game. We will have to find out. And that was not a great hit. I say that, it did make them falter a bit, but not by much. So, Turin's going up, kind of doing a bit of scouting and that. Zardar is getting himself in a good solid position in the front. The Dark Riders are now moving into the corners. There you go, they've spotted the flanking forces, which we knew were coming, but all these Dread Spears should help with that. Oh, and a nice little volley there from the Crusaders. Oh, these guys are just smashing through the Spearmen and then immediately put them back. If you can't see an opening, you make one, is Turin's philosophy. By the looks of it. It's got the Dark Riders in a flanking position here. And these guys are just charging forward now. I mean, there's not much infantry, to be honest, with the Beastmen. There's mostly cavalry. In comes Malekith. Oh, we've got to be careful of the Harpies. Remember last time. And here we've got some classes. So there's classes all the way along the front there. And the Centaurs are going to rip those Dark Riders up if they're not careful. Got these Centaurs are throwing axes, causing a lot of damage. So Zardar's kind of pulled it back in. He's got some guys find them, but he's more giving them support. The Witch Elves moving in. They're all fantastic. The Blackguard Crusaders and Malekith have got rid of the Harpies. Not too hard to break them, but it's good to get rid of them. That was a good solid hit on that side. What have we got? DevHag is now moving up. We do have the flanking force here over there because they've beaten off the Dark Riders, and I suspect that's the same over here. Yep, Dark Riders, but they do have the Dread Spears chasing them off as well. Harpies have now returned. And oh, we got an ability coming, Chill Wind there by Malekith. Very nice. The Dread Spears are worth losing to take out those Besticles. Harpies chasing after Malekith once again. Got a rear charge there. The Wolves are charging into the BlackIron Crusaders, but we know they can handle them, so it's fine. And the Sentinels, the Great Weapons, could be more of a problem. Witch Elves have got these Besticles to rampage, so they should nicely cut them down. Oh, and a good rear charge into the flank there, but we do have the DevHag chasing after them. And these guys have just been a right nuisance, and it's a bit scary. Oh, there's a second Cygor. Of course there is. Dark Riders are coming back now. Malekith being chased down by Harpies. We do have the Monitors of Great Weapons here. We do have to be aware of them. It looks like this Besticle herd has been beaten by the Witch Elves, which is fantastic. The Chaos Warhound's been a massive pain, as well as the Sentinels with the Great Weapons. Oh, and Soul Steed has just been dropped, and Murderous Prowlers. Oh dear. So these guys should probably just completely slaughter them, and these guys are winning this flank as well. So the flanks are being won, but we know Turin always has a trick up his sleeve. So I suspect it'll be these Sentinels and these guys coming in now. Malekith smashing through those Harpies and Monitors of Great Weapons, just destroyed them. Fantastic. I think they've actually shattered. Yes, he's actually shattered them. So now these Dark Riders can move on. Maybe chase on some fleeing. And it looks like the Dark Elves are on the push now. We've got some more Sentinels and Wolves trying to get in the back, trying to be a nuisance. But the BlackIron Crusaders and the Dread Spears as reserve are holding them back. And this flank's now been won as well, though the Witch Elves have gone slightly nuts. So they're charging at the Wolves. We do have some Sentinels of Great Weapons, which are coming in. But it's not looking too good for Turin. Balance of power is slightly in his favour by the looks of it. But remember, this cycle is just going to disappear soon. And his main hitters have gone, and that's another Chill Wind. Oh, very nice. There we go. The Ungol Spearman just beating right back. Malekith just hanging out. We do have the Besticles and the Sentinels over there causing some damage. But as I said, I think Zardar was prepared for this flank and nuisance. And then they come. As soon as they start, these Dread Spears will cause a lot of trouble for these Cygors. Oh, and that one's immediately rampaged because of the Witch Elves. And this group of Dread Spears and the Witch Hag are going straight into the Sentinels. Get them out of there, because if they get caught, that's good. If he touches them, I believe that is pretty much an instant rampage. Now, the front lines have kind of dissipated. Wolves chasing down the Spearmen there. That group have been fought off. Witch Elves chasing after the Warhounds, which is probably not great. These guys finally group here, finishing off the Sentinels of Great Weapons. Get rid of them. And we also have this Cygorg that, as you can see, has gone mad. And Malekith is finishing them off. The DevHag is just leaving them behind. Well, he can't chase them, can she? So, might as well focus on finishing these off. Cygor here has been beaten as well. But there's another Cygor. As soon as one goes, another appears. Oh, Turin, what are you like? So now, as you can see, yeah, the Harpies are really scared off. Chill Wind, which will, of course, slow them right down. Is that a Soul Steel as well going down? Or... yes, it is. Soul Steel are being dropped on them as well. But this is a good force of Dark Elves still coming through. And Malekith's going for Managor. That's a bit of a mouthful there. And the Spearmen are just holding him in place. Very nice. He would probably disappear eventually. Turin's trying to get these Cygors, but he's broken. He's terrified him. Hang on, guys. What's going on here? Oh, Witch Elves have just made them rampage. This is not what Turin wanted. These guys need their mobility. And it looks like the Dark Elves are just marching across the back forces. We have some Sentinels of Great Weapons here, trying to make a charge. But I reckon that these forces, they're just going to start, their leadership's just going to start breaking. Especially in Malekith and the Dragon. Oh, he did rally, but the DevHag straight on top of him again, trying to get... and boom, he's starting to go as well. He is broken there, so he might rally. The Sentinels trying to give him some help there, but it's probably not going to work. Guys, balance of power is going in Zardar's favour. What is going on? Turin, what are you doing? These Dark Sentinels trying to get in, but immediately shatter. The Dragon's probably not helping. The Cygors are even broken now. Dread Spear's leaving them. Malekith is just chasing everyone down. And, I mean, what's left? There's 25 guys for the Beastmen. What is going on? Has Zardar done the impossible and broken Turin's unbreakable record? DevHag just turns around to ram into the Cygor. Everything's just dropping in now. Even got a breath attack going on. He's now rampage, so he's completely out of control. And I think he's done it. Malekith moving in there to finish off this final cycle, which I think is that is the final model. And he's only because he's rampaging that he's not breaking the Dark Elves. Look at all these forces coming up. Get a few more, but is that it? What? What just happened? What? Zardar, who, you know, just missed out on the group stages, but got moved in because we got rid of Gobbo King, unfortunately because he couldn't take part in the tournament any further, has just beaten the unbeatable. He's just beaten Turin in a one-on-one. What? What? And he's still got a lot of his army left. What happened? Let's have a look, shall we? So, Madagor, the Dark Omen, got 0 kills, but he was there for spawning Cygles. Ungor Spearmint of 10, Best of Gores, 75, 91, fantastic. And this fast units though, fantastic, 49, 17, and the Foreign Axis, 27, 19 and 10, and then 52 and 34 for the Wolves, 2 for the Harpies, they got shut down quick. The Monitors only got 8 kills before getting shut down, and then the Cygol got 53, of course you had the other 2 Cygles as well to remember. But this mobility, it was all hit and run, but he had 6 units of Dread Spears, 6, 9, 18, 11, 50 and 12. They just made a barrier between the rest of the army and Orna's cavalry and fast moving, and so Turin just couldn't get in there. I mean, when he was charging spearmen, it's spearmen. They'll win eventually. Manakiv got 65, the Death Hag with 28, and then the Witch Elves really nicely 66 and 81. The Black Ark Crusaders again fundamental, I think, for holding the centre of the spears, 31, 20 and 26. Not only do they have the hand bows, which is brilliant, but they're really good, capable fighters, as we know. And then you got the Dark Riders. One group got shut down completely, while the other group got 39 before being taken down. So there we go, guys. Zardar's equalised. So it's all going to come down between these two tomorrow. And whoever wins tomorrow is through. Oh, flipping heck. That isn't... I'm going to be shaking during that replay just because of just the epicness. That is... Turin's lost a game. In this tournament, he never loses. It's well played, Zardar. Well played. I think everyone should just drop a like just for Zardar there, because that was insane. I should remember to actually advertise. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and comment below and all that. I don't need to do that. You guys have been commenting. It's been absolutely fantastic. But we'll move on to the next battle now because need a breather. Breathe. You got this, Shadow. So the next one is Jenna on Occasion versus Sotek, and if you remember, Sotek brought the victory in the last round in the first one. His Lizard Men beating Jenna's Wood Elves, which is going to be really, really hard to come back from. But in this one, Jenna is bringing the Forces of Chaos, and Sotek is bringing the Vampire Counts. Let's go to the battlefield to see what they brought. After that stupidly exciting round, let's move on to see how Jenna can stay in, or if Sotek's going to knock him out. God, mate, this is a lot more tension than the group stages, isn't it? So if you win or lose, it's persistent and you'll be alright. There's 6 other games. But this, it is every game's going to count, and it's going to be ridiculously exciting. Front line, we have Chaos Warriors, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We then have some Sparring Champions at the back there to encourage them. Chaos Sorcerer Fire. Couple of units of Forsaken on the flank. We also have Codex Sun Eater and a couple of units of the Dragon Ogres on the flanks there. Very good solid army. And then we have Loremaster of Sotek, who's got the Dire Pack hidden in the woods over there. We also have some Blood Knights. We have a good front line of zombies, always a good popular choice. And then a back line of Graveguard. This includes the Sternsmen. Also, Graveguard there have great weapons. Oh, they both have... I apologise. They both have great weapons. Then we have the Sternsmen. We also have 2 units of Skeleton Spearmen holding the back with the Claw of Nagas. Oh, no. So it's just a Mortal End. I'm so used to everyone bringing the Claw of Nagas. No, that's just a standard Mortal End. Well, as standard as this thing is. We also have the Red Duke on his Dragon. Over here, we have a Banshee and a couple of units of Fellbats. Don't really get to see this one often either. I mean... yeah, no, that's quite disturbing. I believe that's everything on the field. 7-minute battle. The Undead outnumber the Chaos 2 to 1. Let's see how they do then. So Jenna, straight away, he's got to win this one if he's got to stay in. And Loremaster Sotek, of course, wants to shut this down, because if he can shut it down, beat Jenna, he's through to the semi-finals. Done. Won't have to play all 3 games, he's just finished. Red Duke and the Fellbats moving in, because of course Chaos have no range, especially if they have no more orders of horsemen than throwing axes, so he can kind of just scout about, have a look, double check what's here, you know, maybe go for a wizard or something like that, try and cause some problems. Does look like that's what they're doing. The failed batch are moving in. But so, right move by Chaos. Janet has just got to move up as quickly as possible. And this front line should mess through their front line. This must be awful, just having the enemy just flying above you. Nothing you can do about it. I'm probably the tense of the Finners. I've got to win this. I've got to win this. I've got to win this. The Blood Knights are on the move. Zombies, the Undead are now moving forward, guys, so the clash should happen. The Chaos Sorcerer is trying to stay up with the Forsaken to keep safe. And here comes the clash for this round. Zombies against Chaos Warriors. The zombies Chaos Warriors should easily win this. And boom, he goes Kolak straight for the Mortis Engine. Very good pick there. Going to do a lot of damage on that first hit. And in we go. We've got the Dragon Ogres, Forsaken moving in against the Blood Knights. We do have an ability going down. I suspect that's the Lightning. And the Batcher moved in as well. Oh no, Sotek! The Dire Pack is now moving into the flank to get behind the Chaos Walls and do some nice damage there. Got some Forsaken going here, but they're being chased by Forsaken. And what have we got going down here? Oh, Flaming Skull, guys, straight down the middle. Ooh, flip! Look how much damage that did. That's pretty much won this flank for Jenna. And as Banshee and Red Duke are trying to get Kolak so the Mortis Engine can get away. But it's still going. Or was that a second one? That must have been the second one. A little bit of friendly fire there, but they're not that bothered. But yeah, look at that damage he's done. Flippin' heck. And that's really got the balance of power in their favour. The Dragon Ogres are now charging in there. Got the Dire Pack just sat there. They're just crumbling, so Jenna's going to go and finish them off. Kolak has taken a hell of a lot of damage though, guys, so he's going to have to move back. But he is getting the Flaming Shield of Ruin as well, because apparently he needs that. And he's got we have Skeleton Warriors are now coming out the ground now to help Loremaster of Sotek. It looks like he needs it. The Stoneman's holding, but a lot of the front line has been destroyed. These Forsaken have just kind of stood there. Come on, Jenna, get them in there. But look at the numbers. He outnumbered him 2-1. Suddenly the numbers are equal. This is looking very much in the favour of Chaos at the minute. Blood Knights charging in. The Dragon Ogres need to turn around. The Red Duke just kind of hovering. Look. Oh, and Kolak and Dragon Ogres are after that Mortis Engine. They need to finish that off if they want victory. Dragon Ogres over here coming in. But you see the Forces of Chaos are slowly pushing through. Oh dear, Chaos Sorcerer Fire is somehow got in the field. But is that another Burning Skull? I bet it is. Is he going to kill himself? Nearly. But look at that. Fantastic. Straight through him. Red Duke coming in, taking out the Chaos Sorcerer. Makes sense. Get rid of him. These Flaming Skulls are proving a huge problem. Mortis Engine is finally coming down. Boom. Down. Finished. We've only got 3 minutes left. Forces of the Chaos are breaking here, but they are overswimming in. And this blob here, they'll be able to smash through anything. Got some lightning going in the main resistance here. The Red Duke's trying to get out as the Dragon Ogre's chasing. Blood Knights trying to reinforce these Grave Guards, the Great Weapons. And it looks like it has worked. It has broken the Forces of Chaos here. What have we got going on here then? Some blue fadey special effects. I assume it's good or bad. Not quite sure. But these guys now coming in behind the Blood Knights trying to do a valiant charge to get rid of them. Straight in there, but do they have anti-large? Yes, they do, so they could do something. Kolak's taking a lot of damage. And so with the Dragon Ogres, Red Duke's getting in, and then flies off again. They've rallied, but these two units of Forsaken Chaos Warriors should finish those Graveguard off. As you can see, yeah, and the Sternsmen are pretty much finished at this point, so is that group there. Blood Knights put them back to do some Cycle Charging. Got some zombies getting in there just to try and help. But I don't think it's going to be enough, guys. The Red Duke trying to help out here. Not sure if that's a breath attack coming down or what. No, don't look at anything. But yeah, Blood Knights should turn around now. They need to get a good charge. Graveguard are actually finishing them off, but they are crumbling. Remember, guys, Janet, the Forces of Chaos, need to win this battle. We got the zombies summoned here, as well as Stoneman. Red Duke's trying to help. Blood Knights charging into the Dragon Ogres to try and finish them off. We also have the zombies that are left from there. But it looks like it's just a lot of fodder units for Janet to just beat through. The main thing he needs to do is Sotek needs to take out Kolak. If he can do that. Oh, is that more zombies are raising up now? But I don't know if it's going to be enough, guys. Is the Red Duke getting in there? I can't see. The Blood Knights are taking a beating. Oh, that was a good hit there by the Red Duke, doing a lot of damage. But I don't... It's... Oh. And as you see, now the Forces of Chaos are all mobbing in. The numbers are now outnumbering them 2-1. Blood Knights are now wavering. The Red Duke is taking a huge beating. Kolak is just backing off because he doesn't need to get in there. He's got enough guys like the Dragon Ogres to deal with this. Got some zombies there trying to hold. But no. Just no. This is not going to work. And we got lightning coming down. The Blood Knights are there though. Yep, that's going to finish them off nicely. And he's going to come in to finish them off. The Red Duke's trying to get away. But you see, the balance power is now going in Janet's favour. I don't think there's much. The Forces the forces of the undead can do now. The Blood Knights is only 5 and breath attack going down on Kodak there. We also have some zombies trying to hold out. How many's there? 34. I don't think that's going to turn the tide to 208. Really angry Chaos guys. Once more, the Red Duke is trying to take out Kodak. If he can take him out, these guys might be able to break because of the Red Duke's dragon with terror. But they've all these dragon ogres getting in the way. Kodak can just walk away and the dragon... Oh! There is no other unit but the Red Duke, and I love the way the balance pat isn't actually that bad. That needs to be pointed out, but he's going to take a lot of damage from this. He's only got 2,500 points left. Kodak's just going to just sit back, but he's only got 1,500 points left. There you go, the ability's now dropped on him. Red Duke is taking an awful lot of damage. I don't know what's being dropped here. Is that more zombies? Yes, it is. We've got zombies drawing up here, so that's clearly so the Red Duke can get away, fly, and try to take Kodak. But I don't think the zombies are going to do much. They're probably going to just die instant. Yeah, pretty much. Look at that. Straight away. Just being wiped out as soon as they start coming out of the ground, taking their heads off. But it looks like the Red Duke is having some problems here. He is disintegrating. He's making a final charge. Is he going to take him out? No, he died. Well, Kodak wasn't looking. Oh, okay. How much health did he have? 900 health left, guys. And there's only 25 zombies. Yep. It's safe to say. Jenna on occasion has brought it back and made it equal. So that's 2 games that they've brought it equal, neck and neck. So it's all going to come down to tomorrow. Who's going to... The 2 that are going to go through for those 4 players. So we have Kodak the Sun here has 77. Chaos Sorcerer of Fire have 107. The Aspiring Champions did 54. Then you have the Chaos Warriors at 139, 172, 125, and 58. But of course, that was the zombies, and lots of them coming in. Forsaken, 82 and 151. And of course, the Dragon Ogres, 60 and 50. If we move over to Loremaster of Sotek, the Red Duke got 47. The Banshee didn't get any. Not sure what happened there. Zombies, none, none, none. Skeleton Warriors, 3 and 1. The Graveguard done alright, holding 73, 48 and 40. The Blood Knights low, only got 18 kills. The Failed Bats, no kills each. The Dire Pack, no kills. And the Mortis Engine only got 4. So there was a lot here, the Loremaster of Sotek, that didn't do anything. So that is really unfortunate, but that is a win for Jenna on occasion, so they're now equal. We will now move on to the 3rd battle, which is BlackIron, who is using Wood Elves, against John Torn, who's using Dark Elves. So we're seeing Dark Elves once again on this map. Let's see how they do. Starting with the Dark Elves, it looks like... Are they set up on the same side? No, Dark Elves were on that side, weren't they? Yeah, and Tom was there. So they've switched sides now, which seems to always be the case. Let's look at this front line. We have Dread Spears on the flanks, 2 units. We have Bleak Swords at the front, a couple units of BlackIron Crusaders with handbows. We then have something you don't see often actually, Dark Shards of Shields, BlackIron Crusaders. It looks like there's 4 units of them. We have Malekith on his little raptor there because he couldn't afford the dragon. But we do have repeater boat throwers, guys. The Dark Elves are using artillery. I never see this. Oh, I'm excited about this game now. We also have it on the flanks, Dark Riders of Shields in the woods over there. And the Dark Riders, I suspect, of shields, yep, over there. So what are the Wood Elves? Well, the Wood Elves are hiding in the woods, because that's what Wood Elves do. We have a couple units of Way Watchers here. Glade Guard of the Hagbane Tips. A front line of 4 units of Eternal Guard of Shields. Back line of War Dancers. You also have a Spell Singer of Life. A unit of Hawk Riders. Oh, guys, we are seeing a lot of units that don't get used. A Glade Yours on a Griffin. Wild Riders of Shields. Yeah, and that's the way. As for is there no Sisters of Thorn? But we got Hawk Riders. Ah, and the Boat Throwers. This is going to be good, guys. Let's get straight on with it. The Dark Elves have a slight advantage in numbers, but it's only a 4-minute battle. Now, let's not forget, guys, John Torn, the Dark Elf player, won the first battle. So BlackIron must win this battle, or John Torn is through, and the BlackIron is out the game completely. That was a nice little volley there. But I suspect pretty much all of them are getting back up. Hawk Riders and the Glade Lords getting into position here. So are the Spearmen and the BlackIron Crusaders of Handbows to try and form up. Yep. So to be fair, this is brilliant. The Dark Elves actually outranged the Wood Elves. They're being outshot. This pleases me. And of course this will help with Murderous Prowess as well. Get a load of kills before they get in range. The BlackIron Crusaders are taking a bit of a shot here. Here you go, the Wood Elves are now getting all the Way Watchers and the Glade Guard in range. But, oh, look at these volleys coming in as well. That's got to do a lot of damage. This is what I love about watching the elf games, is you have this massive skirmish bit first, where all the archers are now taking each other out. But these bleak swords of their shields are going to absorb a lot of those hits. We do have the Wild Riders of Shields kind of taunting them. The Hawk Force is going to move around. Probably not Ridders, and there's Dark Shards there. But it looks like the Dark Elves are now moving forward. They've just been spotted as they try and get a flank charge. And these guys have made it through. They've got into the Dark Shards, but they're being surrounded now by Black Ark Crusaders and Black Ark Crusaders there. The Dark Riders have caught the Glade Lord and the Hawks there. And the Spirit turn around. The main line has now collapsed with the Bleak Swords. We do have an ability being dropped here. Oh, that would have been devastating, but the Dark Elves are mostly out there when it happened. The Wild Riders trying to lure them in. Very nice there. We do have some forces flanking through here. These guys need to be brought in. They could come in and do a beautiful flank. But the main line is actually losing. The Dark Elves are breaking. But the next side, the Black Ark Crusaders, which are much stronger, charging in here. We have the Spellsinger of Life as well getting involved. So these Black Ark Crusaders should be able to hold the line with the Bleak Shields. Handbows moving in. Spearmen moving in there. Hawk Riders doing a lot of damage. It looks like the Wild Riders have been mostly beaten. Oh, that was a nice chill win from Madakip. Madakip's now getting in there as well. Probably going for the spell. Oh, yep, straight away. Spellsinger of Life. Try and cause some problems there. There we go. We got Soul Stealer being dropped on them as well. That's good to do. And these guys are constantly shooting. Yeah, the Hawk Riders are trying to take them out, but this group is still firing away. And it is, Madakip is breaking, and Murderous Powers is just activated. And the centre of the Wood Elves is breaking, and the right flank. The Hawk Riders are finally getting into there, and these guys are sniping off them. So the Wild Riders are broken. So this rear has been secured. We do have some Bleak Swords and Dark Riders over here, so they can secure this one. And it looks like the Wood Elves are going into a mass rout here, guys. They're slowly breaking. We've got all the Dark Shards, look, in beautiful positions here to snipe them as they run. There's the Black Ark Crusaders. Why do I keep calling them Dark Shards? That's because the Archers are Dark Shards. They're Black Ark Crusaders of Handbows. Apologies. So, yeah, you got the Dark Shards over there fighting, and you got the Black Ark Crusaders over here chasing them down. Here comes the Dark Riders. I don't think it's looking good now. Hawk Riders of the Glade Lords trying to get in. But yeah, they're just sniping them out. Oh, they are sniping after Madakip though. They're trying to take him out. They've even netted him, so he can't move. So these guys need to move back and reinforce him if they can. But yeah, all these guys, the Dark Shards, that is the right term, and the Reaper both are firing in and destroying the Hawk Riders. They're being slaughtered by all that support, and Madakip is now free to go, and they've broken. So now it's just the Glade Lord. Everything's going to probably start shooting at him. These guys have chased. There's some Eternal Guard trying to make a stand, but I don't think there's much out for the Wood Elves there. We've got some Way Watchers over here. The Glade Lords are full health, but Army Loss is going to come in soon. The Dark Elves, huge. Oh, look at that volley coming in. Most of it misses because he dives against Madakip. A nice dodge there by BlackIron. But I think once again the Dark Elves have dominated this. Yeah, as you can see, they're breaking. They're trying to give support of the Spellsinger of Life, but they're just going to slaughter. And oh, look at these volleys coming in, chasing the Glade Lord. I think it's safe to say, yep, they're all waving. Army Losses have now cut in, and that is the Wood Elves out. Right. So guys, we have our next player has been knocked out. John Torn from Total Brohammer has made it to the semi-finals by winning 2-0. BlackIron, I'm afraid to say, is now out of the tournament completely. So that's a shame. But that's the first, obviously, after the group stage. That's the next player to be knocked out. Absolutely fantastic play by both. But I was supporting the Dark Elves because it's Wood Elves. They're Wood Elves. So we have Madakip for 43 kills. The Bleak Shield, Swords. Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied. There's too many games. That's what it is. One more Shadow, one more for today. Bleak Shields, 42, 3 and 11. But they just held the front line. Great job for these guys then to get in and get the kills. Dread Spears, 1 man 3, secured the flanks. Black Ark Crusaders, the main force, 45, 64, 22 and 82. Then we have the Dark Shards, the things that threw me off for the whole game. 22 and 0 kills. They must have been the ones that broke and got chased down. Black Ark Crusaders of Handbows, 11 kills each because they're into sharing. We have Dark Riders, 14 and 18. And the Reaper Bowfers, I was so happy to see these. 32 and 8. Fantastic. Then we go over to BlackIron. The Glade Lord got 30. The Hawk Riders got 11. Eternal Guard, 32 and 35. The Glade Guard of Hagbane Tips got 7 and 11. The Way Watchers 27, 25. Then the Wild Riders of 48. The War Dancers 40, 25. And the Eternal Guard of Shields here 8, and 14. And finally dispersing of life with 4. So there we go, guys. BlackIron is out. Thank you so much, BlackIron, for taking part. I really appreciate it. To get this far is amazing, and you gave it a really good go in those 2 games. So, I mean, John Turin is one of the best players out there, and so is Turin. So, it's not... To get this far and lose to him is not a bad thing. So, we'll move on to the final game, which is TzuDevil and DahvPlays. And they're doing the same matchup as Turin and Zardar with Beastmen and Dark Elves. Let's see if the Dark Elves can help TzuDevil as much as they did with Zardar, as Zardar lost the first game, and he needs to win this one to stay in, guys. Otherwise, he is out and DahvPlays is through. Let's see if the Dark Elves can put it off one more time. Right then, this is an interesting Beastman army because there's the things that can Vanguard. There's the things that can Vanguard. Look at this. This is going to pit TzuDevil straight into a back foot. He's going to have to, because obviously you don't know what they're setting up into his star, and suddenly he's going to have all this in his face. It's a 6.5 minute battle. We've got equal numbers for 60 difference, not bad. So the main back force here is a couple of Ungol Spearmen, herds with shields, so standard Minotaurs with shields, Cygor, and Madagor of the Dark Omen. We have on the flank here some Harpies. I believe there's some more Harpies on the flank there. This is a solid front line of Centaurs, all with throwing axes, I believe. Yep, so they're just going to immediately throw what they need to and then run away. And of course, yeah, got to try and keep calm and deal under pressure. We've got a lot of Vanguard in here, guys. And for the Beastmen, we have 2 units. Oh, Centaurs are great weapons and a Chaos Warhounds with poison. I suspect it's the same on this flank, hidden all the way over here, though, so that's going to be a surprise. Yep, Centaurs are great weapons and Warhounds. So let's go over the flanking force of the Dark Elves. Secured on the hill. We have Dark Riders of shields. 1, 2, and 3. So there's 3 units there. Nice and scattered, because obviously he's probably expecting them to Vanguard. So these, they don't get bogged down. We then have BlackIron Crusaders of Handbows. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A good solid line there, especially against this. With the Vanguard in, it's great, because they can just stand there and shoot back immediately. We then have a couple of Witch Elves, led by a Death Hag. We also have a couple of units of Harpies for the Dark Elves. So we could have an aerial battle, girls, or just Harpies. And Malekith on his dragon. Let the game begin, because I just want to see what happened. So it's just going to be immediately open fire. Open fire. Nope, they're moving forward. But the Centaurs aren't far, unless they're not in range. Nope, here they go. Everyone's opening fire. Don't charge in, guys. Don't charge in against this line. If they do, you become enraged. Isn't that a pretty rainbow? Yeah, don't charge in, guys. There you go, but look, immediately these Dark Riders have been slaughtered, so these are now running in to get away from this group. Harpies moving in. We have the Harpies and Malekith chasing off these Harpies, but there's this nice back line here that they've got to deal with. Nice few hits there. Dark Riders been sniped off there, but we do have the forces over here, which I think they're being sat back. Right, okay, over here. So the Dark Riders, more charged in. Harpies moved in. BlackIron Crusaders, the Handbows are doing some shots as they run past. Bit of a mess here, but it could be quite important who wins up. This unit of... No, that's not good. Chill wind being dropped. Oh no, they made contact. Are they going to make contact as well? I think they will. Surely they're getting raged. Or did none get a hit? Looks like none got a hit. So that group got enraged and immediately destroyed. These guys are now trying to chase in. Harpies beaten by Harpies. So that's because they've got the mantle of Gohawk added to them. So they've just destroyed them. These guys still waiting in the lines. But look, these BlackIron Crusaders will just snipe these beastmen off if they're not careful. Please, are they not on fire? There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Take them out. Do a lot of damage. Malekith's pulled back. Witch Elves moving good. We do have the Death Hag as well moving in, chasing these guys. This flank's now moving in as well. But who's winning this? But oh, it looks like the Dark Riders and the Harpies have beaten the Beastmen back. The Centaurs and the Harpies of them. So by winning that, these guys need to move up. Oh, here they are. They've pulled back. But these guys need to move up. Come on, TzuDevil. Get in there. Death Hag, get in there. Probably going to make them, but the Monocles could do... Oh, they're doing some serious damage. Witch Elf is now moving in, but here comes the secret flank force. And what have we got being dropped on here? Devove. Oh, dear, that's not very good. But we do have this flanking force over here. Malekith doing a breath attack to try... Oh, but they've been enraged, and there's a breath... There, Malekith been dropped. These guys need to move up, but they're slowly... As long as they can keep being them... Oh, no. Is that Dreaders from below? No, it was just a standard big explosion spell. I can't remember what it's called. DevHag, though, is getting beaten up. This is not good. The Monitors will destroy. And we got Throwed Axes as well going down. Oh, and we got Mantle of Gohulk again. The Witch Elves are being beaten back. The Centicles are chasing on Malekith. He's good. Nice hit there. The Harpies could do with moving in. These have not moved, guys. TzuDevil, this is not the time for this sort of play. He is getting these guys to focus these guns, and hopefully their numbers will beat them, but who knows. Oh, the DevHag has actually been broken, so suddenly all these forces can move. Looks like the Ungol Spearmen are going to chase them down, with the Centicles and the Monitors are chasing this flank. The main line of the Witch Elves have been broken, so the Monitors, who have all been erased, not Monitors, sorry, Centicles and the Ungol Spearmen, are just going to charge in. They're not going to fare anything, are they? Malekith trying to hold the formation together. And these Black Ark Crusaders of the Handbows could do a lot of damage. But no, the Monitors have chased them down. Oh, the DevHag has moved. Are these guys moving yet? No, come on, TzuDevil. These guys are finally finished off them, but there's not going to be much of them left to do much. Only the cavalry. Ungol Spearmen now chasing them down. Got a Chill Wind being dropped on them to hold them off. Well, Malekith and the Black Ark Crusaders here try and deal with the Monitors. Probably a very good choice there. These guys are moving! Huzzah! They've remembered they're in a battle. So, the Witch Elves here are trying to hold against everything where the Black Oak Crusaders of Handbows are trying to help. But I don't think it's going to work there. The Witch Elves have just been slaughtered. Yep, they're now being completely gone. The Monitors, though, are wavering, but Malekith has taken a lot of damage. But the Dark Riders are now free to move in. The DevHag has been pushed, but the balance power is slightly in the Beastmen's favour. They slightly outnumber them. We've got just under 3 minutes remaining. Malekith and the Black Oak Crusaders are pulling back, but the Centicles, I bet you, are slightly faster. Not if they get hit by Chill Wind. Oh, fantastic. The Dark Riders here are now getting into the rear as well. This is fantastic play here by both players. Monitors are broken. The Harpies are coming in, but I think these groups will finish the Black Oak Crusaders off. I say that, they might not. If they can keep hit, run, hit, run. Boom. There go the Dark Riders behind and Malekith at the front. This should hopefully break these Centicles. Chaos Warhounds are coming in, and the Ungol Spearmen, their job done, are now moving in against the units there. The DevHag's gone. We have a Mantle of Gohulk, or whatever it's called. Ah, there's more Beastmen, guys. All these guys have been rallying, and the Cycle's still going. So, as well as this battle looks, yeah, the Dark Elves are definitely on the back foot, because DahvPlays is just sending in the units that are in there. He's just letting them deal with them, and then he'll send the heavy hitters in now. As you see, now they're starting to break. The Centicles are moving in. Malekith trying to get in there. But don't forget, these guys are 4 health. Got Glare going down. That's going to do a nice bit of damage, I suspect. Centicles are being broken there. Monitors, though, are back, and that Cycle's going to be a problem. So, fantastic reserve play by DahvPlays. Don't send in everything. These Spearmen, he doesn't care. He's just using them to soak up ammunition, and that's exactly what they're doing, guys. They were keeping the Dark Elves, and including myself, busy while the forces were rallying and getting their strength back here, and are now pushing in, and I don't think the Dark Elves have the strength to deal with it. Ungol Spearmen being, but all their ammunition apart from that group's pretty much gone, and now there's got Centicles, Madagor, the Spearmen, Monitors, and of course Cygor, who will join in a minute. More coming in. Is that going to be a good hit? No, unfortunately not. But they are running out of ammunition, but there's not much of the Beastmen left. TzuDevil, ignore them. They're not going to do much now. I mean, they're broken, yep. But now it's all going to come down to this final class. The Dark Elves only have 165 to the 270 of the Beastmen. And they still have quite a bit of ammunition left. So Malekith doing a breath. Oh, fantastic. Took a lot of Centicles out. There, did a lot of damage. But look how they're just kind of sitting there, waiting for their chance. All the ammunition is pretty much done. Yep, as you can see. And the Dark Shards, Black Ark Crusaders, you get that right eventually, Shadow. Oh, that was a beautiful hit. I'll give it an 8. Well done, Mr. Cygor. Oh, but now Malekith's trying to break. I think this is it. I think the Beastmen have got it. Just through sheer numbers of determination, they have done it. So the final game of round 2 is a win to DahvPlays and a loss to TzuDevil. So unfortunately, yes, that means TzuDevil is now out of the tournament and DahvPlays is through to the semi-final. Let's have a look at the final stats and we'll wrap up the video. So Madagor got 11 kills. The Ungol Spearmen only got none. And that group got 33. We then have the Centicles, fantastic, 51 and none. The ones of Thrown Axes, 1, 30, 45, 22. The Chaos Warhounds Poison, 51, 39. The Harpies, 25, 33. Monitors got 12. And the Cygor, 112. Whoa. I mean, that is like 1/6 of TzuDevil's army killed by one Cygor. We then have Malekith for 71, the Death Hag with 80, very nice. Witch Elves 41-21, the Black Ark Crusaders of Hambos 13, 61, 12, and 50. Dark Riders 0, 65, 42, and finally the Harpies of 8 and 18, guys. So there we have it, the final battle for this round. I can confirm that John Torn and DahvPlays are through to the semi-finals. BlackIron and TzuDevil are unfortunately now out. But tomorrow we have to decide who wins between Turin and Zardar, who have both won a game each, and Janet on occasion against Loremaster of Sotek, who again have won a game each. So it's only going to be 2 battles tomorrow, but they're going to be even more tense because we know that is it. Whoever gets through there are through to the semi-finals. And then we know the next 4 that will battle each other out. Thank you for you guys for joining in and subscribing, viewing, commenting, liking. Much appreciated. Keep the work up because it's fantastic. Tell your friends, share these videos out because I've noticed that my shares have jumped up as well. So share this video. Let the community know that there's a massive tournament of YouTubers that's going on, because I think we could get a lot more subscribers, a lot more viewers, a lot more interest if people knew there was 14 big YouTubers battling it out. So yeah, spread the word, guys, before the finals come out so people can come in and binge watch every battle. My name has been Shadow from Shadow Online Gaming. Till next time, take care.